Prime factorization is the process of taking a whole number and finding its prime factor, splitting it up into a product of prime numbers. So when we talked about factorization, there are lots of different factorizations of numbers. For example, 12 is 2 times 6, and it's also 3 times 4. So these are different factorizations. But if we go further and factor everything until we land on primes, like 2 times 2 times 3, this factorization is basically unique. There's only one way to split 12 up as a product of prime numbers, up to reordering those numbers. Okay, so that's the advantage of prime factorizations. There's only sort of one prime factorization of a whole number, while you could have lots of different composite factorizations that look different, like this 2 times 6 and 3 times 4. So let's practice finding prime factorizations. Let's look at let's take 21 as an example. Okay, so 1 goes into 21 and 21 goes into 21, but 1 isn't prime and 21 isn't really a useful factorization of itself. So let's look for other factors of 21. So it's not even. 2 isn't going to be a factor. 3, however, 3 goes into 21 evenly. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. So 3 divides 21. And if you counted that out, you heard me go through 7 multiples of 3. So 3 times 7 equals 21. 3 is prime. And 7 is also prime. Nothing goes evenly into 7 except 1 and 7. And same thing for 3. Nothing goes into 3 evenly except 1 and 3. So 21 equals 3 times 7. This is a prime factorization of 7. Excuse me, of 21. What if we take 24 and look for a prime factorization of 24? So we can split it up however we want, and we'll just keep going until we have prime factors everywhere. So 24, we could write this as 2 times 12. 2 is prime, so we can't go anywhere with that, but 12 is not prime. It's even and it's bigger than 2, so 2 goes into 12. And we know that 2 times 6 is 12. 6 is still not prime, so 6 is divisible by 2 and 3. And then 3 is prime. So 2 times 2 times 3. This is our prime factorization of 24. And let's do one more. Let's look at 45. So can we factor 45 into primes? Well, 45 is it's 15 times 3. 15 times 3 is 45. 3 is prime, so this branch is done. But this 15 here, we can split that up into primes. 15 is 3 times 5. So 45, its prime factorization is 3 times 3 times 5. We've written 45 as a product of prime numbers here.